We teach them how to take a car that's larger than most on the road and has just average power output and keep up and pace any violator in any other vehicle, and to do it safely. See, when somebody runs from the police, they don't really have a care or regard for everybody else's safety. They'll take and run stop signs and jump curbs and drive through people's yards and try to run people off the road and all that. Obviously, when we're pursuing them, we can't do that. We have to regard everybody's safety, to include the person we're chasing.
NAPD is more of a safer way to drive for you as an officer, and also definitely for the public. Knowing your limits of your car, also how to become either defensive or offensive driver. When time is a necessity for officer assistance or anything else. Braking, accelerating, angles to go into turns, to take turns, to recognize what lane to choose because of the flow of traffic and what distance it takes to stop your car if you're going 35 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour or even 55 miles an hour. The distance that it'll take and the action that it takes to stop your car within that time.
It was complicated at first. I'm not that fast of a driver anyways. I kind of drive slow. So it was kind of cool to get out of my shell. I drive fast. We went pretty fast, took some quick turns. Steering was the most complicated part to pick up because it's a whole new way of steering. We're not palming it and sitting there spinning the wheel like you would back on the block.
Whenever you're in a performance type driving atmosphere, you have to have both hands on the wheel. And and it's not like the 10 and 2 or having them up there on top of the wheel like they taught you in driver's ed 20 years ago. I mean, you got to have a little more control over the car, a little more feel for how the car's handling. But basic race car looking stuff is what it broke down to.
The reason we did that exercise was to demonstrate how to, contain a vehicle to keep them from escaping. I mean, it is aggressive, but it's actually safer than letting them accelerate to high speeds all over, public highways. And if we can just contain them, in a parking lot or even on a street, then we prevent, the possible harm to the public by them accelerating on the highway and driving recklessly.
We teach them techniques to keep the car level and smooth, much like a race car driver does. Any car, if you make rapid left and right hand turns in rapid succession, it could upset the balance of a car. We teach them to slow down their movements. You still make the turns you need to, but the car's never out of control. It's never swaying from one end of the road to the other, and they're able to keep up with the violator. This is not a game of tag. We're not trying to race up there and touch them. We're just following them until they finally stop or something else causes them to stop, and then we can take them into custody.